and welcome back to my channel. It has been a long time since I did a vlog-ish video, so I've been in so much anguish. I've wanted to do vlogs, you know, travel with me, etc. But the thing is, you see how I talk to you right now. You get to hear what I'm talking about, but you don't get to sort of really know me. But then if you see videos, vlogs, you see how I interact with my boyfriend, with my brother, with my best friend. You see how I react to things and everything. And I feel like I will be putting too much of myself out there. So I have thought of an idea of I'll bring in clips into these vlogs and just put my voice as like a voiceover. I'll do like voiceover vlogs. So it's like pictures and clips. You don't get to hear what I'm saying. You don't get to see what I'm doing, whatever. But I get to explain what's going on because it sort of achieves the same result of what I want to do, which is communicate. For example, what is a typical day in my life? For example, what's a typical holiday? Or like if you go to Caribbean, what happens? If you go to Nyanga, what's there to do? If you go to Vlaio, what's there to do? If you go to Vic Falls, you know, I get to share part of me without really giving all of me. So welcome to a day in the life of a remote auditor based in Zim. Hello, my name is Mod Chifamba. I am a chartered accountant living and working in Zimbabwe. I am 25 years old and I work from home. I've worked from home for the past 1.5 years. What I do on a daily basis is different depending on, number one, what I have actually going on in my personal life. Number two, what client I am planned on, depending on like, am I working overtime, am I not working overtime? Number three, what zone am I working in? So for example, I did a video on working in Zim, SA, working in Zim, UK and US, because I get to be assigned in the UK, the US, or like Netherlands. So depending on where I'm working, the days are different. But I just wanted to show you guys how I usually do in a day in my life. So for this case, I wasn't working in anywhere where there's huge time difference. I was working in a zone that is more of normal time to me, so I could structure my days normally. So my day usually starts at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. depending on how busy it is. So I'm more productive early in the morning, so I get most of my work done between that period 2 to 6 if I have serious work that I need to do. So I get most of it done between 2 and 6 a.m. because that's where I'm most productive, where I don't have disturbances, I don't have distractions, I don't have thoughts distracting me, things, people. A typical day in my life is 8 hours if I'm not working overtime, just to put that out there. So usually when I wake up 2 to 6 a.m., if I continue with the day will be way too long for me. So what I do is I go back to sleep. That's 6 to right around 6:30, 8. I really do wake up an hour before work, guys, because like as I said, I'm working in a similar time zone as Zim, so I start work at 8. So I wake up, I start at 8, so now I've started a new day. So on this day that I chose to shoot this video, I actually had a 1 hour self-esteem training. Shout out to the employer. I had a 1 hour self-esteem training, and because it was just a training of listening to things, I I did it while I was in bed and I was playing it on my phone. But I was interacting in there. Check it out, employer, please check it out, because I was in training, but I was just in bed. Then after that, I had to get up because I had 2 meetings, so I had to get up. So I got up from bed, straight to my desk, straight to my desk and I did my meetings, and in between my meetings I did some work, and this takes us to about 11ish after my last meeting, because I had 2 meetings in that morning. I got up to get myself some sanity, because remember it's only 11, so that's just only 3 hours into the working day, but I've been up for the other 4 hours, so I'm like literally in hour 7 really. So that's when I then do the bathing, the freshening up, and also getting myself some food. And usually my food is leftovers from last night. That's my breakfast and my brunch. Usually I would do probably a cereal or bread and stuff, but I'm trying to stay off carbohydrates. So leftover from last night, from my healthy meal last night, that's what becomes my breakfast. And on this day that I chose to shoot, 2 days before, this was a Tuesday, the weekend, I had gone home and actually had mapudzi, and you know mapudzi and diet, it's 0 carbs, yeah, pumpkins and mapudzi, like healthiest things. So I had that for breakfast, and you should stay tuned for my weight loss video that's going to come right about June. Hey, anyway, after my bath and stuff, I did some journaling. I have this beautiful journal that I got from Ruth Makantua. There's our assignment. Our assignment is to spread love, and this is where I do most of my journaling. If I wanna write things down, like just for myself and stuff. It's my serious journal. So I do some journaling. Also, excuse me, after I bath, that's when I then get into send people clothes. Excuse the dress that I was wearing earlier. And then I started work from around 12 p.m. on serious work things, doing my documents, my work stuff, 12 to 1. And then after 12 to 1, if you've been counting with me, how many hours are those? Those are 8 hours. So basically, I'm done with my work day and it's only 1 p.m. So usually if you are working in person, that would mean that's lunch hour, but for me that means work is done. But because I'm working in a time zone that's similar to Zim, and I am working on some client, I need to be available on call, like if probably something is needed for the work that I've done. So I have Teams on my phone, so I'm always available. But this is the time that I then use to take a nap if I want to nap. But if I nap now, I won't be able to sleep early for me to be able to wake up at 2 or 3. But I did some work, and I'm waiting for some review comments. So as I wait, then this is the time that if you watch my remote working video, that I then use to do more things. So fortunately, on this day, I had an assignment to go to the State House the following day. So because I don't have any meetings in the afternoon, I used this opportunity to actually go and get my COVID test done at the Rainbow Towers. And as I'm standing by for comments on the work that I've done, if any are to come back. So that's ZYC business. It's not work, but it's ZYC business. And because I'm working from home, I can flexibly balance both. After my COVID test is done, I came back home, did my dishes, did a bit of cleaning up in the house, because, well, I'm just waiting for comments and I'm not really working. So I usually have a person come clean for me, but you know, like things like dishes and stuff, you gotta do them every day. So I ended up doing my dishes, and my comments ended up coming. So I have something to work on in the morning at 2. So I have something to work on. Otherwise, I was going to be stranded and I not have anything to do in the morning and then be forced to work through the day. But at least comments came back on my work. So I'm working on that tomorrow when my day starts. But in the meantime, I get to be cleaning up. After cleaning up, you know, I start working on my dinner. And then I have my dinner and do other things, like that I hang out with Bae. Hang out with family from whatever, because I'm not traveling home. So basically when work is done. So after, or I will just eat my dinner as I'm editing my YouTube videos like this day. And please excuse the weird things that I'm eating, guys. It's just just a mess. So basically that's a day in my life. And then from 6, I usually sleep around 9. I really don't know what I'll be doing between 6, or let me just say between 5 and 9, after I'm done with cooking dinner, with my dinner and stuff. I don't know. Sometimes I'm busy with other things, sometimes I'm busy with other things. It's never really like a normal thing for me to do around that time. So this is where people pick up hobbies, people do further studies, you know, at least you have time. And then you go to sleep or have babies. Anyway guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for coming through. Don't forget to like, comment and share. This is just a typical day in my life.